you guys. Wasn't that adorable? A zebra long-winged butterfly. Somewhere in the food forest. I don't even know that. It's just a vine. I don't know specifically. I didn't plant it. But something growing wild in the food forest. That's cute. It's a good way to start a video. So what I wanted to do today is highlight a plant that's in my yard. Yeah, this is oregano. Now, it's been so long since I planted it, I'm not sure if it's Greek oregano or what. Italian, could be a lot of things. But I think it's Greek, so we'll go with that. It's right here on the edge of my food forest. I have all sorts of plants, trees, vines, everything back here. There's one of my pine trees, and because the trees are going to come out soon, the pines will, I'm worried about my oregano being completely trampled, and it will probably come back even if it is, but you know, I don't want to try to harvest it after it's been trampled by the guys, the tree trimmers. So, and you can see all the pine needles in here with it. But I want to just absolutely highlight this beautiful plant while we're out here right now. So I have grown oregano in a pot in the food forest, which is partial shade. I've had it for about 2 or 3 years back there. But I have also had it in the sun in house garden when that garden was first established, and I just put a little pot of it in there thinking, oh, it's just gonna come and go, it's be more like an annual, and it wasn't. It was more like a 3-year perennial that took up a 3x3 or 4x4 plot. Took the whole corner over, to be honest with you. But it was really nice because you know that you always have a fresh herb, or if you wanted to take a cutting of it, you could have dried herbs. And so that's pretty much what I do. It goes a little bit dormant in the winter, and it'll just kind of be still, and so I might take a little bit here and there, but you don't want to take much off of it because there isn't much growing around the winter solstice, December 22nd time frame. So what I do is right now, it is super happy because it is, spring, the daylight's increasing, we're having a ton of rain, and so, there's some pretty good sized cuttings. I would say that's about 6-7 inches worth of oregano in there. So I would like to harvest a good bit of this, but also, like I said, it's going to be trampled quite a bit, and it will most likely recover. But if it doesn't, by chance it doesn't, let's put it that way, I think that I should probably go ahead and take a cutting of it. And the best way to propagate oregano, see, now the original plant was way back there, a couple feet, but if we kind of push back this ground, you'll see that there's plenty oregano in here with roots in it. See, there you go. There's some beautiful oregano roots right there. There's some more with roots. So I'm going to, it's really nice now. It's right before the sun sets tonight. So I'm going to grab several of these cuttings before I actually take a top harvest. But I'm going to take a bunch of these cuttings and pop them in pots real quick. Let's see. It almost becomes thick like a mat. It's in pretty fertile soil. I wanted to say it was sandy, well draining, but it's also not. There's a lot on the forest floor, quote unquote, that is just like old broken down pine needles and just dirt in general. Oh, let's see if we can find some more. And yeah, there we go. So there's like a beautiful couple branches off with roots. And anyhow, it's actually pretty rich but well draining soil right in here underneath the ground here. So wow, we're going to get several cuttings off of this. Hopefully all of them take, but if they don't, we still have plenty more to go with it. I think that's about 6 cuttings right there to propagate some future generations. And maybe I'll even put them over by the pool garden or somewhere over that way. It, like I said, it does like partial shade, and I do have some area over there, especially under the Barbados, and this might propagate or go to live really well over in that area. So I thought it might be kind of cool to just ramble while I'm picking oregano and tell you a little about it. It is comes from Greek mythology or Greek roots, where it means like oregano if you're in Australia, but oregano, the ora is the meaning mountain, and ganos meaning joy. So it really came from the mountains, and I don't know if it brought people joy, maybe it did, but actually there's so many medicinal benefits, I'm sure it did bring people joy. But that's one way to think of it. It is the symbol of happiness in the Greek mythology. Uh-oh, Buddy's off. It has many, many culinary uses. For example, everybody knows Italian cooking, right? It's in Italian spices, and you put it in your pasta dishes and so forth, and you can even make it bread with oregano in it. But it also is in many Greek dishes, anywhere around the Mediterranean, any Middle Eastern, Azerbaijani people up that way, you know, in their mountains. I watched a really good cooking show from that region, and they use a lot of oregano, and also with lamb, chicken, beef, it doesn't matter. It's really wonderful. I saw that you can make oregano pesto, so that's really good. I might even make some of that. Basil pesto is probably my favorite to taste, but it's also a little harder to grow basil here sometimes, especially in the summer. And I can grow oregano year round, so I think I might have to look into doing oregano pesto as well. I see a little bit of Spanish needle in there, so I want to make sure I don't get it. Although if I did accidentally eat the Spanish needle, or also known as Biden's elba, it would not harm me one bit. This is just beautiful. I'm going to end up dehydrating these, and I'm going to put them in stems and all. You can remove the stems, but I'll probably just leave them in there because I'll just crush them anyhow. for my video today. Thank you for hanging out with me in my oregano food forest ground cover. A lot of people like, buddy, really? A lot of people really like sunshine pink mimosa, or even perennial peanut for their nitrogen fixing capabilities. But you know, it's pretty nice having a perennial herb right here on the ground floor of my food forest that I can come out and harvest from anytime I feel like it. And it's pretty special that it keeps coming back no matter if it's cold or if it's hot. And it's delicious. It has a lot of good health benefits. I don't know how to make oil of oregano yet, but you know, maybe one day I'll learn that, especially if it ends up taking over the whole area. It could happen. So you guys take care, God bless, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.